SRO Magazine, your number one source for music and entertainment news and interviews. SRO.
This is Ferg with SRO Magazine, and we are here live at Cain's Ballroom backstage. We got Chad, the bass player. You know what? We love bass players at SRO. You know why? They are the biggest, best part of the band. And no, I'm not a bass player at all. We've got Chad, the bass player. Brother, how are you doing today?
Good. I've been awake an hour, so far so good.
Well, hey, and we appreciate, honestly, we know you guys are just coming in, you're getting in here, you're coming down here and doing the interview with us, and absolutely, we appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
How is it to be on a tour like this, man, when you've got Cold Chamber and you've got Filter and Comic Christ and I believe it's St. Ridley.
St. Ridley, yeah.
Yeah, how is it to be on an interview? I mean, on a tour like that?
It's good, actually. I mean, we haven't, been on a bigger package tour like this. It's been a little while. I mean, we did the head-to-head tour with Head PE and Mushroom Head. I think it was 2012.
Right.
But there's double the amount of bands almost for this tour, so it's the whole traveling circus mentality,
I mean, because you guys have been around for a while, and you've toured Sea to Shining Sea, but this tour and what I especially like about it is all the people. Everybody knew from around the same time. I mean, everybody had the big hits, and when you guys came out, and we've got new music coming up too, because you've got the EP out, which is now you can get it on iTunes, right?
Yep.
And if you haven't gotten it, you're stupid. It's great. I mean, We Believe, is it on there?
No, that's World Believe. That's one of the new ones that's going to be on Tango Umbrella. The new one that's coming out.
Tango Umbrella. That's the new, and it's Napalm, right?
Napalm Records, and I think it's July 31st is coming out. So,
well, tell us about the new record. I mean,
it was a long time in the making. I mean, we were broken up for a while. I had written tons of stuff. I'd say probably half of that ended up on the record. A lot of the other stuff was new. So it's kind of a mix of what we've been working on over the past 4 years, and it's heavy. It's interesting as shit. That's for sure. I think we kind of stayed in line with the classic. You can't quite put your finger on us. And I think that's why our first record, The War of Art, it holds up really well. It doesn't sound dated. And granted, I'm biased.
Well,
but
naturally.
You can put on some records, from 2000, 99, 2001, and you can hear that time hasn't been really that kind to whether it was songwriting or production or whatever. And I think that's one of the cool things about us is that it kind of floats in time. It's not really nailed down to a specific era. Although obviously we were coming out at the same time that Cold Chamber was really big and Filter was really big. So it's a good tour to be on, man.
And I think the crowd. How's the crowd response been?
Oh, it's fantastic. Sold out, if not close to sold out shows. LA was a packed fucking madhouse, the House of Blues.
I can imagine.
Just completely sold out by 8 o'clock that night. And the crowds have been really responsive. We're second out of 5, and we're still playing to a shitload of people, so it's all in all a very very good tour for us to be on.
So how are the dynamics between the old tours and the new tours, between just everybody in the band? You guys come back together and just everybody knew it was just there again?
Yeah, everybody's kind of mellowed out, to a certain extent. Not a bad way, just in a way that, where you realize you can't get up and drink half a bottle of Jägermeister within the first 4 minutes. Your eyes are open, shit like that. Everybody's a little more conscious of
Would you say wiser?
I wouldn't go that far, but probably a little more cautious not to break anything or kind of try to wake up the next day and do your job.
Leave walls
without
holes
in
like
them,
that.
no chairs in the ceiling.
Yeah,
none of that shit. So I don't know. It's you can tell. I think, and I can only actually speak for Cold Chamber, but because we were on the Dark Days tour with them in 2002. And I didn't get to know them very well then, and I'm just kind of starting to get to know them now. But you can tell that the vibe is just, it's more relaxed, it's more focused, it's more mature. It's just fucking,
a little bit more about the
crazy train.
music instead of the party.
Yeah, exactly. So, shit happens.
On the new album, what's your favorite?
God, we're getting mixes right now from Dave Fortman, the guy that produced and is mixing the record, and so the jury's still out because we've only got about half of them in right now. So I'm still waiting to hear how everything gets kind of assembled on his end, and because we bought our own Pro Tools rig to do the record on, so we've had a really solid physical hand in creating what we've kind of put together. It wasn't really necessarily a case of we went in and the songs were exactly how we wanted them and that's how they came out. Like we went back in there and fucked around with shit and like made it exactly what we wanted. And, we've taken our time with it.
Excellent.
So I don't have a favorite kid yet on this one. I will.
So are we still looking at a 2015 out?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
All right.
Without a doubt.
All right. Well, this is Ferg with SRO Magazine, Inc. And we are so very privileged to have Chad, bass player for American Head Charge, and we are backstage at Cain's Ballroom, and we've got Cold Chamber, Filter, American Head Charge, Comet Christ, and St. Ridley, and we're going to be rocking the night away, dude. Thank you so much for coming on.
No worries.
Bass players rule.
Thank you.
For more information on all the greatest bands in rock today, and for all your music and entertainment news, you know where to go. Go to SRO. That's SROMagInc.com. SRO Magazine is sponsored by Kick-Ass Cables, PhDRadio.com, Robert's Guitar, TDLMusicGroup.com. The SRO audio and video was done by Carson Drive Studios and SRO Mag Inc.